Hi, I'm Derek Dunn, and here on this March 14th, we are tracking some strong and severe storms impacting southern Illinois already. Been keeping track here of weather reports that have been funneling in so far, and taking a look here at what the National Weather Service has issued. Hi, I'm Derek Dunn, and here on this March 14th, we are tracking some strong and severe storms impacting southern Illinois already. Been keeping track here of weather reports that have been funneling in so far, and taking a look here at what the National Weather Service has issued. Hi, I'm Derek Dunn, and here on this March 14th, we are tracking some strong and severe storms impacting southern Illinois already. Been keeping track here of weather reports that have been. Okay, so I had to turn that down. Apparently, the volume on my mic was echoing throughout. But anyway, glad to be here with you guys. So, as I was saying here before, that actually happened. I posted a link on my Facebook page, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. We do have, from the Paducah site here, a tornado watch, and it looks like it could be one that has been extended. I got an alert from Hamilton County, just the county down to our south. Let me see what they're reporting here, because it just came on my phone. Okay, they must have just updated it. More like the southern part of southern Illinois. So pretty much Alexander, Gallatin, Hamilton, Hardin, Johnson, Massac, Pope, Pulaski, Saline, Union, White, and Williamson counties underneath a tornado watch until midnight. So that'll be for them. By the way, we are tracking here some strong and severe storms. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. And I apologize if I'm doing a little too fast here as I'm maneuvering my way around here on the mouse. Do have a tornado warning in effect for Nashville as well as Irvington, Washington County. This is a tornado warning that expires in about 36 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look on that as we read the information here. Remains in effect until 6:15 for Washington and southeastern St. Clair counties. This appears to be radar indicator rotation 537. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Lively Grove, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Again, the hazard, tornado and golf ball sized hail. Let me check something real quick here, guys, if you don't mind. If you hear a little bit of feedback, bear with me. I just want to test out and see here if this is coming through. Okay, just making sure. Doing a quick audio test. Radar indicator rotation, Nashville, Ashley, Centralia, and Irvington. If you know anyone on Interstate 64 between exits 50 and 61, may want to give them a heads up about it. Again, this is a radar indicated threat. And again, that is a tornado warning in effect for St. Clair, southeastern St. Clair, and Washington counties. Let's go ahead and analyze the cell here. And as we zoom in, and I know I apologize for the zooming in feature a little bit of the app here that I'm using, we can actually start to see a little notch right here. Right about, let me go ahead and get my pencil here for you where we could actually draw here. Starting to see a little bit of a notch right here, right over the Lively Grove, Oakdale area, just to the north of Coulterville. And let's go ahead here and let's go ahead and inspect it. Let me see. So let me inspect this, and then let's go ahead and let's do velocity data here. So about right here, yeah, we're starting to see that rotation right about the Lively Grove area, just to the northeast of Marissa and Lively Grove. So let me go ahead and do away with that. This area right here is the rotating part of the storm. And we could actually tell by this if you had to do a compare and contrast to the radar. So let's go ahead here. Keep an eye on that area. Let's remove the pencil. And let's go ahead and go back here to reflectivity, and we could see right about there where my mouse is. That is where that rotating part of the storm is. So again, this cell is moving the warning area is kind of more to the northeast. Now, it did go through the Lindsborg and Mercer area. Let me see what the information was on that beforehand. Okay, so it was radar indicated as well. This same cell was the one that produced a wall cloud over in the Festus area, and was actually this wall cloud was a pretty good sized wall cloud. I was actually happened to see some photos of it, and even dropped some baseball sized hail. By the way, link is on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page it is, and hope you guys are enjoying the live stream so far. By the way, would also like to mention, if you're wanting to watch some softball over on Bobcat Nation, they are hosting SIC still. That game is still in progress. Want to give a shout out to Bobcat Nation for that. Bob Ellis on the call, along with Elena as well. So I want to say hi to my friends over there. So we zoom out on that cell again. That appears to be the one at this time that is really going to be in line for Jefferson County. So for those of you over in Jefferson County, I'm looking at Mount Vernon. Let's zoom in a little bit on that area here. I'm looking at Dix. I'm looking at Woodlawn, Walnut Hill, Kell, even like maybe the northern portion of Wayne County, even the south side of Marion County. But again, if I'm over in Mount Vernon, I would definitely be keeping an eye on this cell. Now, this is out of the St. Louis radar site, is where we're watching this coverage at. And I will tell you that the St. Louis radar site, what was interesting was before today, they actually were fixing the radar over there. The radar, you could not be able to access, you couldn't even pull it up. But they just got it fixed prior to this severe weather event. So it really got it fixed right there in the nick of time. But so far, it's done a really good job of telling what these storms are. If we go over to the Evansville radar site, I know some of you are probably wondering about Evansville in terms of the radar site over there. You see right there, it's kind of not nearly as high resolution, unlike the St. Louis radar site. So let's go back to the St. Louis radar site, and we could actually see right there of the storms moving through. One thing about these storms of note, they have been, the trend here seems like to me, there's been tornado warnings issued. I know there was a tornado, saw footage of it over to the east, over in Kentucky, just to the southwest of Cincinnati. But it seems like a lot of these tornadic cells, they've had rotation with them, but they've been having trouble trying to touch the ground, it seems like. So that's been one trend I've noticed of that. By the way, you guys, drop me a comment here if you guys are watching the coverage here so far. Let me tag a few people real quick in this. Let me see. Let me see who else. So bear with me here as I'm. Now at some point, I can't get her name to pull up. Okay, well. I'll try a couple and see what happens. I'm trying to tag a few people, kind of let them know. Would also like to mention Tornado Watch. Would like to mention that as well. Let me pull up another site here to where we can be able to pull up that watch. And let me see here for a brief moment. We have someone just like the link. Appreciate that, Angie. Thank you. And just again, give me a moment here as I pull this up. And this watch is again, all of Southern Illinois is pretty much covered, and they just issued a watch for the southern part of the state until midnight. For us, it's 9 p.m., but we're just really close on that border at midnight. We'll see if they do extend the warning, but the watch, I should say, but that remains to be seen at this time. Going back to the weather radar again, storms, strong and severe storms moving through southern Illinois. I want to zoom out a little bit more, show you the big picture, and let me see. Whoops. Again, bear with me as we have this cluster right here. Draw a circle here. And then you have this line right here with severe thunderstorm warning. So it's possible that some areas could get hit with not just one round, but two. Now, we did have some rain this morning, and then, some areas did not. But now it's like we have kind of like a 1-2 punch. We have storms out ahead of the line, and we have a line of storms coming in. Let me go ahead and clear away the pencil markings here. We'll move this up a little bit, and we'll go ahead and zoom in. Again, to the Washington County storm. The reason why we're doing this ahead early is because I want you guys to be aware of what's going on. I want you guys to, have that awareness saying, hey, we got some strong, severe storms, coming in. And it's good to be weather aware about it. And so let me go ahead here and pull up that information on that cell over in Washington County. And let me see here on my end. Oops, my mistake. It may be kind of hard to read on your guys' end. I try to zoom in on it a little bit. But again, that tornado warning in effect until 6:15. Let me just pause here for a moment, do a little bit more analyzing. Again, 6:15. Again, tornado warning, radar indicated threat. Washington County, southeastern St. Clair County. If you know anyone over Nashville, Ashley, Centralia, and Irvington. Maybe know somebody's driving on Interstate 64 between exits 50 and 61. Let them know about this warning. Has been showing signs of rotation. Nothing yet so far of a confirmed tornado. But the rotation is over Lively Grove. So we can see right here as I draw this area. So those of you who know where Addyville is, there's Addyville. Home of the Eagle's Nest over there. Good restaurant, good place to eat. So there's Nashville. There's Ashley right there. Ridgeview as well. So this again is moving to the east. And again, for those of you over in Jefferson County, I would definitely keep an eye on this as this storm continues to make its way. Again, it was heading in the direction toward the east at about 45 miles per hour. So decent speed for it as it keeps moving that way. Again, that's the only cell. Now, if you're over in Fairfield, if you're over in Wayne County, Southern Marion County, I would definitely keep an eye on this storm, as not only have we seen radar indicator rotation with the majority of these storms today, but also the large hail. Baseball-sized hail was reported earlier with this cell when it was passing over Waterloo and Redbud. Yeah, baseball-sized hail. It has been 2 inches or larger. So with the storm coming in, may want to get that vehicle in the garage. If you're over in Jefferson County, south side of Marion County, again, these storms, let me take a look at that hail size again. Golf ball sized hail possible. That's the hazard, along with the radar indicator rotation. Now, one thing of note about these storms too, even though they have that rotation with them, one thing about these storms is that sometimes when you have the velocity data, and sometimes when you have a brief spin up from a storm, sometimes that brief spin up can be hard to detect on radar. One of the things that we could do is, let me go ahead and zoom in on that cell here over Washington County. We're going to take a look at the correlation coefficient and see if there's anything here. We'll set an animation. Apologize for that vibration sound. That was my watch going off. Tell me to stand up and do some exercises. But we actually see right there, I'm not seeing anything, no debris, no debris, no debris. Now the red here would be, it would just be like rain. It'd just be regular rain. But if you see like a blue and green together, and sometimes it look like kind of like I think like a rectangle, like a square, maybe a little bit of a circle, that would be when I'm really concerned, but I'm not seeing that here on the correlation coefficient. Velocity data wise, let's take a look at this. You can actually see it's kind of getting weaker. Kind of going this way. And my handwriting may be horrible. That's fine. Kind of going northeast. You actually see what it looked like when it was over here. And now it's moving northeast. So let me go ahead. Go back to reflectivity. You actually see where the rotating part of the storm is. You can actually see right here where you kind of have this, and then you kind of have that. And again, right about this area right here. That'd be your rotating part of the storm. So that's why the National Weather Service issued that tornado warning earlier. Let me go ahead and remove the pencil. And I know this is a couple of counties away from Wayne, and I tagged a few friends of mine on Facebook about it, just to give them a heads up. But obviously with the cell coming in, so far it poses to be the threat for Wayne County in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. But it is good to be weather aware of what's going on. Jefferson County, this is knocking on your door. 21 more minutes to go of the tornado warning. We have some updated information here. Tornado warning remains in effect until 6:15 for Washington County. At 5:51, severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Lively Grove. I talked about Lively Grove, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So still moving in that same direction, 45 miles per hour. Tornado and ping pong ball sized hail is the hazard with this. This is a radar indicated threat. So still radar indicator rotation. That's encouraging. Given the rotation that it's had with it, so far no confirmation of a tornado touchdown yet. So Nashville, Centralia, Walmack, Irvington, Ashley, Bocup, Hoyleton, Covington, Ridgeview, Addyville, Oakdale, Radom, New Minden, Higley, Cordis, and Elkton. Interstate 64 in Illinois between exits 50 and 61. By the way, I have a new subscriber here, and keeping track here of the strong and severe weather threat. Let me see if I can type in a few more names here for this, because I know that I have a lot of people who follow me. Now, I used to do this on the TV, if you recall. I used to do this when I was on the TV, but then I started to kind of upgrade some things and started to be able, and all thanks to building this recording studio here, that's what I'm able to do. Let me tag a couple more people on here. You can help spread the word about these guys if you can, because it would be greatly appreciated. This is my first time doing this, by the way, with this setup that I'm using at home. So let me know if the audio sounds good. Let me know if, let me know if I sound horrible or not, sound dorky. I really, it doesn't bother me, but I'll take any feedback I can get. But this is the first time I've ever done this. So again, any feedback would be appreciated. And that way this is a live stream, and so it's like announcing a ball game in a way, like what I've done many times. Let me go ahead and close out of that. But again, this cell again, I'm looking at Fairfield. I know it's kind of hard to see Fairfield here because of the green and everything, but Fairfield, you're right here. So again, this cell moving east. It looks like the rotating part of the storm, though, kind of moving to the northeast as we saw a couple of minutes ago. So I think for Fairfield, it may skirt north. But whenever you see storms make a right-hand turn, tend to be tornadic, that's when I start raising red flags here. But this storm appears not to be doing that, which is good. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit more on that cell. And again, one thing of note though too, guys, going back from the last report to this one, we saw golf ball size tail. This time it's ping pong ball size tail. So definitely dumping some pretty good hail. And again, that's been the story today with a lot of these storms. That's been the story today. We've had some storms that have caused tornado warnings, and the majority I've seen so far have been radar indicated. But the hailstones that I've seen today, and just by hearing other meteorologists point this out, it's unbelievable. It's unreal. And so I know that over in Kentucky, I saw a photo earlier of a guy. It looked like it just snowed in his yard. The storm that went through dumped so much hail in his yard. It just looked like as if it just snowed. So it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Again, no tornado warning in effect for Jefferson County over in Mount Vernon, but I would definitely keep an eye on this if I were you. Woodlawn, Dix, Walnut Hill, Kell, Centralia, you are on the cusp. You're pretty close. Walmack is on the cusp as well. But again, the most dangerous part of the storm, you can actually tell it on here, is this part right here. This has been like the rotating part of the storm. This area right here, thus why the tornado warning was issued by the National Weather Service over in St. Louis. So I'll be curious to see what Jefferson County will do. Now, one thing with this app I really do like is that when a warning is issued, you will see it pop up here on the screen. Now, so far, we've been pretty confined to one area, but when that warning pops up, you will see it pop up automatically on the screen. So we'll keep an eye out for that. So we'll see. Again, it could be for northern Jefferson, could be for southern Marion. Again, Wayne County, I would keep an eye on this if I were you, as this cell is getting closer and closer. Again, live chat here covering severe weather here. Let me see if I can get another guy to hop on. And again, guys, this is the first time I've done this, so again, any feedback would be appreciated. Also, subscribe as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I saw my coworker Bobby subscribe. Thank you, Bobby. I saw you just not too long ago, and thanks very much for that. We'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit on that cell. A little too much. That's the one thing, though. I'm using the pad on my laptop, so sometimes it's kind of sometimes it works good, sometimes it's not so smooth, but it's fine. Let me tag one more person here, then we'll let me tag one more person. I'm taking some people here in the post, by the way, just letting them know about it. Okay. All right. Again, if you guys spread the word about this, I forgot to put hashtags on here, so I'll do that the next time I hop on. Let's go ahead and take a look here at what the cell is doing, and we'll also analyze here the velocity data. Let me see. It's trying to kind of see it. Let me pause it. You kind of see it about right here. Still in a weakened state, but still some rotation nonetheless. Over by Eddyville, there's that turn off. Traveling west on Highway 15, you make a right-hand turn to go to Eddyville and Eagle's Nest over there. It's kind of a weakened rotation. It wasn't as strong as it was earlier. Let me go ahead. Do away with that pencil. Zoom out a little bit. Again, tornado warning in effect for Washington County for 13 more minutes. Curious to see what the National Weather Service is going to do here. If there is no warning issued for Marion and Jefferson County, I'll tell you one person I was trying to think of, and I was like, oh yeah. Tagged a couple more friends on the post. But yeah, tornado warning in effect until 5:51. Again, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Lively Grove, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Tornado and ping pong ball sized hail. Radar indicated threat. Flying debris would be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes would be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. If you know someone who's traveling either west or east on I-64, some other main routes here too of note: Highway 51, big route that cuts through there. Highway 15, 127. So even like the country highways, let people know about this, because again, this is a storm. And it looks like on the latest scan here, kind of seeing it maybe trying to reorganize a little bit. So we're kind of seeing a little notch here over Oakdale. There's Lively Grove right here, by the way, if you just joined me here on the live stream. So there's Lively Grove, there's Oakdale. You kind of see it trying to form a little notch. Let's go ahead and take a look at the velocity data. I talked about this area over here. It looks like something may be trying to spin up over here, possibly. But again, possibly, I said. But this part of the storm, we play back the frames here. It's the reason why they issued the tornado warning. Let's go ahead and go over to the correlation coefficient. I'm seeing nothing here. Play it back. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything over Addyville, so that's good. I'm not seeing the CC there. We'll zoom out a little bit. This is at the St. Louis radar site. I mentioned earlier in the live stream that the St. Louis radar site was down earlier today. They were doing some work, doing some maintenance on it. But it looks like it's been fixed. They got it fixed just right before the storms hit. So good for them over there. That's a good radar site. We got, take a look at the bigger picture here. Didn't mean to zoom out a little too much there. We've got lots of severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got, so far on the board, there's 44 warnings. 44 warnings. Yeah, it's that kind of day. It's that kind of day in terms of severe weather. We go down here. I talked about this. How you have all these clusters. You have these storms here. And then you got a line coming in. And let me see here. Let's talk about that line for a moment over in Missouri, because that could be a playmaker later on. That's moving east at 55. So one thing I could do with this is I can do distance. Let me see. That's about 150 miles away from Fairfield. It's about 148, 150 for the nose of that line. So could be here within the next few hours. So that could be a playmaker later on, depending if it maintains in strength and intensity. But so far, again, severe thunderstorm warnings across this line. Let's go back here. And I'm not liking the way this cell is over here in Washington County. Kind of starting to see more of the pink right there. Pink, purple over there. Starting to see more of that. let's go ahead and circle that right by the Oakdale area. So it could be trying to reorganize a little bit. Let's see if there's any more new information on it. Tornado warning for Washington County expires in 8 minutes. Okay, some updated information. More than likely the last update, unless of a tornado were to drop down. But in this case, still a tornado warning. Till 6:15 for eastern Washington County. 6:03, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Nashville, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Okay, we do have a report. Tornado and half-dollar sized hail. 1-inch hail was reported near Oakdale. So I talked about Oakdale, about the pink and the purple, and look what we have here. We've got 1-inch hail. It's a radar-indicated threat. Flying debris would be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes would be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. So yeah, we got 1-inch hail reported near Oakdale. Now we look right here, we can actually see why. Still no warning for Jefferson or Marion counties yet, but Oakdale's right here, and you can kind of see that pink and purple. Let's zoom in a little bit more on that. Maybe zooming out here if I do this. Oh, okay, I'm in the right direction. So we can actually see Oakdale right there. There's Oakdale. And there's where that hail was reported at. And let's go ahead and go velocity data. Okay. Not seeing anything there. Let's see. Storm total accumulation. We can zoom out. We can also tell the storm total accumulation of these cells. So any storm, rather. Let me do away with that. We could actually see how much rain has fallen. So that's a pretty cool feature. About maybe, 1 3/4, about 2 inches of rain west of there. So let's go ahead and go back to reflectivity. And there it is. And let's go take a look at that. It mentioned it was over Nashville, the rotation part of the storm. I'm not seeing it here. And we play back the loop. It's kind of broken up near New Minden. You kind of see how kind of going this way, that rotating part. It's not nearly as pronounced as it was earlier. It was over Lively Grove. So this storm, in terms of rotation, is weakening. However, though, let me draw an arrow here. I'll just put down an R for now. But that rotation moving that way to the northeast, it looked strong. It looked decent over Lively Grove. The velocity data did, I should say. But now that it's moving to the northeast, it's starting to weaken. So that's very encouraging. So now the big question is, are we going to be seeing a warning here for Jefferson County as well as southern Marion County? Let's go back to reflectivity. I still think it is a strong storm, though. And again, I think they will probably issue a warning, maybe severe thunderstorm for Jefferson County. I also think they could issue a warning for the southern part of Marion County. But again, the strongest part of the cell appears to be, again, in this area right here. So more than likely, again, this is just, a prediction, a theory. They're probably going to go about right here, maybe. Cover this half of Jefferson County. I don't think they'll issue a warning for Wayne County just yet. But, again, something to monitor, though, if you're over in Wayne County. Let me see here. We're on the St. Louis radar site, and as these storms progress further east, the radar, it tends to get kind of less in terms of high-resolution quality. Let's go ahead and go to the Evansville radar site. And let me see here. Again, just kind of going back and forth between radars. I still think St. Louis St. Louis has the better vantage point still, but at some point we'll have to go to the Evansville radar site. But again, happy to hear the St. Louis radar site's been fixed, and they've done a good job of tracking these storms this afternoon. Okay. So again, severe. So now, yeah, okay, my mistake. I thought I saw a new warning pop up. By the way, there's 50 warnings right now. I mentioned the number was 44 a few minutes ago. It's been that kind of day, and there's already 50 warnings. So we knew going in, given given the situation here, that it was going to be kind of a busy day weather-wise, and it certainly has lived up to that bill. But so far, though, at least the encouraging thing is we've seen more hail reports than actual tornado reports, just for what I've seen so far. The only tornado that I have heard was over southwest of Cincinnati along the Ohio River. But other than that, there's been some tornado warnings with radar indicated threats. There's been some wall clouds spotted. But again, it seems like the storms that have been issued a tornado warning, at least for the majority of them, have been having trouble trying to, get a tornado to touchdown, so to speak, trying to spin up a tornado, and they've been having difficulty doing that. You may be noticing some clouds darkening over to the west. Look out your window, maybe. Looking out the window real quick. If you're hearing that, that's just me using the window blind here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, by the way. I plan on doing more of these as long as I'm available, as long as I have the opportunity to. So check that out again. Check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe to it if you haven't done so already. Really appreciate it. All right, so now the tornado warning that was in effect for Washington County has been allowed to expire. Time right now is about 6:13. I think it was for 6:15. Yeah, 6:15, and it's been allowed to expire, but no warning yet for Jefferson County. So we'll see here. We'll wait a few minutes here, wait a couple of minutes, and see what the National Weather Service is going to do. But so far, anyway, that is encouraging, though, that there's no warning issued for Jefferson County, as well as southern Marion County, despite the storm having, since it was over about Festus, Missouri. Yeah, Festus, Missouri had a tornado warning associated with it from Festus all the way to about Nashville. So let's see here. I know the distance thing's a little weird on this software, but let me see. About a good 55 miles. So basically I traveled about, well, it was west of Festus, but I would say more, let's be a little bit generous here. Hang on here. Let's say it was more about, let's say about 70 miles. We'll give or take. How about 70 miles instead of 55? Give it the benefit of the doubt. So, but yeah, I traveled quite far with that tornado warning associated with it. It did have a wall cloud, by the way, over Festus, and that area also had also dumped baseball-sized hail between Redbud and Waterloo. Redbud and Waterloo, by the way, if you're watching here on the live stream, Waterloo, Redbud over here, baseball-sized hail was reported with that cell. Let's take a look at it again. Probably the only thing that I would keep an eye on, and again, this is just, again, I would still keep an eye on this one side right here. Let me show you here. I would still keep an eye on this area. Because to me, just looking at velocity data-wise, maybe trying to rotate a little bit, maybe trying to get a couplet going over there just south of Lively Grove, northwest of Coulterville, north of Tilden. But other than that, I'd keep an eye on it if I were the National Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center. But no warnings for our immediate area at this time. So zoom out a little bit. And there's the big photo. So start to see some cells. In case you're wondering about these cells over here to the west, since we've been focusing on Washington County, let's see what direction these are heading towards. Moving northeast at 45. We got these cells as well. moving east at 40. That's been mainly the consensus in terms of speed, about 40 to 45. Again, we'd like to remind you, a tornado watch in effect until 9 o'clock tonight. For counties south of us, they have until midnight for southern Illinois. Indiana also underneath the tornado watch. It was one thing about this weather event is that the National Weather Service, I think, was right on the money when they said a lot of these storms were underneath the slight risk here, but a lot of these storms that we're seeing right now in Illinois seemed like they were stronger when they were over in Missouri. And they talked about how Missouri was going to be kind of like the area of focus here, along with Illinois as well. But it seemed like the storms, the strength of them, was going to be over in parts of Missouri. So far, that has lived up to be the bill, as that appears to be the case. So we've had severe weather. We've had severe weather here in Illinois. There's a storm over there to keep an eye on. That one right there looks nasty. That one just north of O'Fallon, St. Charles area. Just got curious on it. I'm not seeing that there. But yeah, again, nothing really out there right now in terms of okay, we got a severe thunderstorm warning for Washington County. It just came in. Until 7 o'clock. Moving east at 50. It's picked up the pace a little bit. Well, it's going about 45. Now it's going about 50. Only for Washington County. Until 7 o'clock. Okay. 6:16. A severe storm is located over Lively Grove. Moving east at 50. 60 mile per hour wind gust and quarter size tail. This is a radar indicated threat. See, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roof siding and trees. Nashville, Centralia, Lively Grove, Irvington, Ashway, Poston, Bocup, Richview, Oakdale, Rodham, Du Bois, Hidley, Cordis, Elkton, and Stone Church. Again, Interstate 64. Also can't rule out Highway 15, Highway 127. So there it is again. Still that same cell. And one thing to note about this too, with the cell, semi just kind of, it's still going, still moving east at 50, but could even have some flooding as well with it. By the way, thanks for joining me here on YouTube. First time doing this live stream, by the way, instead of doing it from my own TV. Got some people here that are joining here on the YouTube channel. Been tagging some of you guys, keeping you informed about the storms in the area. So again, Nashville, Bocup, Richview, Rodham, Du Bois, Plum Hill, another one right there as well. There's Lively Grove again. Talk about the Hill Core. And there it is. They've been getting pounded with hail over at Lively Grove. So, seeing that here. You can help spread the word about this. Share the link if you want. I posted the link right here. So again, Lively Grove, Washington County. Still no warnings for Jefferson or Wayne County yet. We're keeping an eye on this cell to the west of us in Washington County. Lively Grove, by the way, is where County Highway 10, Highway 153 is located. Yeah, Highway 15, Highway 160 connects to Addyville, Oakaville. Talked about 127 earlier, 15. So again, that area right there with a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Yeah, Mount Vernon, probably getting some rain right now over there at the moment. We do have some severe weather to our north. Got areas of Clay County underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. And let's shift radars here. I'm going to go to Evansville radar site for this one. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better, I feel like. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northern part of Clay County, going into Richland County, Olney. You guys may be in line for this one. Let's take a look at the data on it. National Weather Service in Lincoln issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Jasper County, northwestern Richland County, Clay County, and southern Effingham County until 7 o'clock at 6:18. Severe storm is located over Farina or 19 miles northwest of Flora, moving east at 55 miles per hour. So highway speed, or as Sammy Hagar one time said, I can't drive 55. 60 mile per hour wind gust and $50 sized hail. Now that would be in a severe criteria. Anything quarter size or larger for hail wise is considered to be severe. This is a radar indicated threat. Edgewood, Bible Grove, Pagoda, and Newton. Just saw the Newton baseball team a few days ago, so the cell is heading your way. Also kind of noticing here too with this cell, I don't know, let me see. Let me zoom out a little bit. I don't know if Lincoln maybe, they may have to cut through some of the stuff over in Lincoln. Yeah, I think the Evansville radar site's better. It's just closer. But by the way, here's the big picture. We got storms all the way, in case you're wondering, all the way up into Indiana and Ohio and all the way down through here. We got this line talked about over in Missouri, kind of bowing out a little bit. Anytime you see that, it's a wind threat. So let's go ahead and take a look here at this. Let's take a look here at the velocity data. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there either on a correlation coefficient. Velocity data, if there was to be rotation, if, I stress the word if here, you're looking at this area right here. You're looking at this area right here where Farina is, passing through Farina, heading toward Iola, Bible Grove, Louisville. It may go to your north. It may go to your north. Unless it makes a right-hand turn like I talked about earlier, then that's when it's bad news there. But so far, I'm not seeing that on here. But again, that's for Clay County. So if you know anyone up there in Clay County, especially in the northern part of it, Flora, you are not in a severe thunderstorm warning. But it's just to your north there, Clay City. Noble, you're on the edge of it. Olney, just outside of you. But again, this cell right here, some broad rotation possibly over in the Farina area. Let's go ahead and go back to reflectivity here. Let's take a look here at that cell over in Washington County. Mount Vernon, rain starting to approach you over to the west, coming in. I may have to change radars here again. I was thinking about these radars. We got 3 radar sites. Actually, 4 of them. If you think about that, you got Lincoln up to the north. You've got Evansville to the east, which is the one that I've referred to a lot. St. Louis and Paducah down in the south. And all 4 radar sites do a great job in terms of helping us out here with the weather. Tagging a couple more of my friends here. Appreciate you guys following along, by the way. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. I appreciate it. You'll also be seeing some videos coming up. Outside of work, I like to film, and I shot some before we had that storm that came over Fairfield yesterday. I had some footage from pickleball, and so I've yet to look at the footage of that, but I will though at some point. I'm just trying to tag some people here in the post here, let them know about it. Probably thinking, what's going on here, Derek? Are you? All right, here's Nashville. Let's take a look at the cell. This one had the tornado warning with it earlier. At some point, I'm going to grab a quick drink, so bear with me here. They'll be coming up in just a few minutes. 60 mile per hour wind gust, quarter size tail. This is a radar indicated threat. Goes until 7 o'clock. Moving east at 50 miles per hour. It kicked up its speed a little bit. Again, this prompted the tornado warning earlier. And let's take a look at this here. It's been showing signs of rotation, and this has got me a little bit concerned here. We're starting to see a little bit of a hook right here. Possibly some inflow, possibly some energy going over to the Oakdale area. And so we may have actually, let's go ahead and take a look at this from a velocity standpoint. Okay. I'm not seeing much in the way of rotation like I saw earlier. Just want to check the boxes here for this. But I'm not really seeing that. I'm not really seeing that couplet like I saw earlier. So again, got multiple storms coming in to the west. But yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, I'll be posting some videos here of pickleball later on down the road. Also have a friend who's got a model train set. Can't wait to highlight that, as well. Be a nice little feature. Looking forward to it. I'm going to plug my phone in real quick, guys. Let my phone charge up a little bit. I appreciate you guys following along and watching. Let's take a look here at the Clay County cell. Well, I know. Let me go ahead and tag a couple more people here. But we are tag a couple of my coworkers from the college. But yeah, so far anyway, so far all is quiet here in Wayne County. We do have some storms over to the west that we're keeping an eye on. Clay County, northern part of it being impacted now. We got a severe thunderstorm warning out for them. That's big. By the way, this is the big picture. So you can kind of see I talked about 50 warnings earlier. You can see why. It's been an active day for meteorologists across the Midwest and even like Oklahoma and Arkansas. So go ahead and zoom back in. Again, the story with these storms so far is there's been some that have prompted tornado warnings. That's been radar indicated. There was a tornado earlier, a few hours ago, kind of like southwest of Cincinnati. That one was there's actually a video of it circulating right now. I know Wayne Hart, a friend of mine, meteorologist over there in Evansville, he actually shared it. You could actually see the tornado just pretty much just going down the river, going down the Ohio River. So you guys can check that out. Let's go ahead and go to the radar site. Let's go to the Evansville radar site. Take a look at the cell coming into Clay County. This one is interesting here. I think it's a little bit stronger. Whoops. I think it's a little bit stronger than the one down there in Washington County, the way it looks. Let's go ahead and do a velocity check on it. Okay, so kind of seeing here some possible rotation right over the Iola area. So that could be worth monitoring right here for that. For the potential, again, we'll see what the National Weather Service in Lincoln does here, but I know I've talked to Chris Miller up there in the past, and I know those guys monitor it. So Again, something to keep an eye on here for the Iola area. So again, that one has some rotation with it. Let's go ahead and got a couplet on it. Okay, Jefferson County now underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. Of course, I said that the warnings pop up. And let's read the data on this. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Jefferson County. And this is for northwestern Jefferson County. 6:28, a severe storm was located near Nashville, moving east at 30 miles per hour. I reported earlier it was 50, but it slowed down. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail, radar indicated threat. Locations impacted include Mount Vernon and Woodlawn. So interstates 57 and 64 for 57, mile markers 88 and 102 for I-64, mile markers 63 and 80. Talked about Highway 15 earlier, where this cell has mainly been tracking along, it seems like. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. It's a little too much, my mistake. And that includes Woodlawn, the city of Mount Vernon, just to the south of Dix, north of Waltonville. Again, it's all because of the cell right here that's making its way to the east. We'll set the animation on it. So Mount Vernon, you're starting to get the brunt of the storm right now as the cell again is moving east. Has slowed down a little bit. Did produce some hail over there in the Oakdale area earlier. We'll go ahead and stop the animation. Again, guys, share the live stream if you guys don't mind. I'm going to step out real quick. I'm just going to grab a quick drink of water and I'll be right back. So the mic will be muted, but I'll keep the radar going here for the animation while I'm getting a drink. And so just hang tight here. Let me grab a quick drink. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. By the way, thanks very much for tuning into the live stream of severe weather coverage. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. So we see a couple of storms here that really grab my attention. We got one that's moving into Jefferson County, Mount Vernon, just to the north of Waltonville, south of Dix. That cell is starting to move in. And then we got one over at Clay County, which that one is looking pretty strong, actually. And so we got the animation loop going here of the cells. And by the way, again, guys, let me know how the live stream is. This is my first time doing it, so I hope you guys have been watching this here. And so far, just let me know, whether it be on Facebook or on the YouTube comments. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I appreciate it so far. Let me go ahead here and tag one more person while I'm at it. But yeah, so we're tracking some storms across southern Illinois. Let's take a look here at Clay County. I've got this cell to the northern part of it, and this cell is just looking more and more ominous by the minute. So let's go ahead and let me move up here a little bit. And we're on the Evansville radar site. We have velocity data. Starting to see some rotation here. Starting to tighten up a little bit near Iola. Let's zoom in a little bit on that. A little too much, my mistake. There's Iola. So there's that rotation right there. A little bit of rotation within that cell. So we're kind of seeing it here over in the Iola area. So I can't even draw an arrow, but you get what I'm saying. We're starting to see, again, a little bit of red and the green coming together there. So that's definitely worth noting for the Iola area. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the correlation coefficient. So far, so good. Not seeing anything that jumps out. But again, I'm really concerned about, let me go ahead and stop the automation here, or animation rather. My days in radio, I keep saying automation. I'm concerned about this part right here of the cell, especially when it's trying to form that little notch right there. And so when we look at the velocity data, and let me clear this out, you see what I'm talking about. So again, if I'm over in the Iola Bible Grove area, so there's Bible Grove right here, and that was kind of hard to see. There's Newton, by the way. Louisville, you're down here. Flora, you're outside the severe thunderstorm warning. But boy, if I'm over in the Iola area, if I'm over in Bible Grove, if I'm over Highway 45, so we got a Highway 45 that runs down here. Let me make a note of that. Well, if I can write that is, but what we see right here, Highway 45 cutting down through here. So I would be concerned about this cell that's trying to ramp up a little bit in terms of velocity. Let's take a look at the information here, see if there's anything that's newly updated. So far, haven't received an update in about 20 minutes. But again, last check, it was located over Farina, 19 miles northwest of Florida, moving east at 55 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gust, $half sized hail, radar indicated threat. But again, one thing of note though too, we're starting to get into the nighttime hours here, guys. It's already 6:37, and when it does get to be nighttime, it can be hard to see what's going on out there at night. You can see the thunder and lightning. You can hear the rumble of thunder. You can see the lightning. But when it comes to what's coming, it can be very difficult to see, and visibility is low. So, and I stress that because we're still underneath a tornado watch until 9 o'clock. So we still got less than 3 hours to go of this watch. And we could see a storm, any one of these storms here in our area, spin up a tornado. There's been radar indicated threats here over the course of the day. Okay, here we are. There's a tornado warning. It just popped up right there for northern Clay County. Radar indicator rotation. And I tell you what, this is a good call by Lincoln. And I talked about how we see warnings immediately pop up on screen. That's one of those times right there. Again, tornado warning for southwestern Jasper County, northern Clay County until 7:15. At 6:37, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Louisville, 13 miles north of Florida, moving east at 35 miles per hour. This is a radar indicated threat. Bible Grove, you got about 6 minutes to go. 6:45 for Bible Grove. So, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. So for those of you in that tornado warned area, like for Bible Grove, even maybe you're traveling on Highway 45 or you know someone who's in that area, may want to call them up saying, hey, you got a tornadic storm. You got a storm that's got some rotation with it. No confirmed touchdown yet at this time, but we have seen on the velocity data, as we go back to this here, we can actually see where this velocity data is just to the east of Iola. And let me zoom in a little bit here just to help you see here. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so here we are. There's Bible Grove. This is Highway 45 cutting through Clay County. And this is the rotating part of the storm that's near Iola. And again, it's heading towards Bible Grove. So again, for those of you over in Bible Grove, you guys are underneath the tornado warning. Louisville, you are just outside the tornado warning. Sailor Springs down there. I know someone that lives in that area. You guys, this cell appears to be to the north of you, but I would still be in the basement. There's nothing wrong with being weather aware at this time. Again, this is a tornado warning again for northern Clay County in southeastern Illinois, and that just popped up here a few minutes ago. As this right here is a cell that's been, has really been starting to have rotation with it. I talked about that notch earlier, and we're starting to see that rotation with the notch. In fact, this is probably right here so far the best velocity signature I have seen over the past hour and a half since I've been on here. And so right now, again, this is a tornado warning for Clay County. Again, radar indicated threat. But again, Bible Grove, you got 645. So again, what do you do in the event of a tornado warning? Whether it's radar indicated, whether it's observed, confirmed, take cover now, move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This is a radar indicated threat, but again, this cell has been showing signs of tornadic activity in terms of having rotation with it. We look at the correlation coefficient. Let's see what we can find here. Not really seeing anything here so far that jumps out at me. Let's get reflectivity. So it's within this part of the cell right here is where we have, again, radar indicated rotation. Could be a possible tornado again, but it's radar indicated threat. And really, this is going to be the hail core right here. I'm going to put down H for hail. But this right here, it's got some hail with it. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Again, this is a tornadic warned storm here. I talked about how I kind of had that notch a little bit. Let's go ahead and play back the automation here. Animation, rather. You kind of see what I'm talking about. You kind of see, going back to that one scan, where it just kind of had it and kind of closed up. See how it was kind of open and just kind of, this little part right here just kind of closed it up, kind of cut it off a little bit. So, but that's interesting stuff, no doubt about it. By the way, for the Jefferson County storm, haven't forgotten about you guys over in Jefferson County. Seeing the cell moving into Mount Vernon at this time. Let me see if there's an update on this real quick. Still 628. Still the same update, but again, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Mount Vernon, Woodlawn. You guys are in the severe thunderstorm warning, along with Washington County. Looking at this from the Evansville radar site. Let me try Lincoln real quick for a brief moment and see if Lincoln can maybe slice through here and excuse me as I try to go to the Lincoln radar site. Not seeing that there. Okay. We got a tornado warning for Neoga. Interesting there. Again, radar indicator rotation. That's really been the story here with a lot of these cells. Now this right here, just 45 and just north of Bible Grove, you guys are getting hailed upon here. And we've seen a lot of large hail being reported with these storms so far. Had a guy over at the Woodlawn area saying a storm siren, sound of the storm siren over there, Mount Vernon area, Woodlawn area. Said it was the first one of the year. So I tell you what, with got about 50 warnings, 49 to be exact, lots of storm sirens. And I'll tell you what, that's, and I'm glad that these guys, when you have the local EMS, they test out those sirens. I'll tell you what, I'm glad they test them out. Let's take a look here again at the tornadic cell. Again, some of our radar indicator rotation. Zoom in a little bit here. So it's this part right here of the cell that is the where the rotation is. So this would be like Highway 45 in the Needmore area. Know there was that Needmore package store years ago. There's that curve. Bible Grove, it's right there on your doorstep. Should be, let me see. So this radar, about 6:43, so it's just 3 minutes old. But we should see an update here before long. But that's the rotating part of the storm within Clay County. So again, rotation. No confirmation of a tornado touchdown, but again, it has shown signs of rotation. And that's the thing too about this time of night is it could have a brief spin up. We're still underneath the tornado watch, and conditions are still favorable for tornadoes. And this is, in terms of Wayne County wise, this is the closest tornado warned storm that we have seen so far, but this is northern Clay County as well as southwestern Jasper County. Again, moving east at 35 miles per hour. 6:37, 10 minutes ago was the last update. It should be about Bible Grove right now. So we'll wait for the next update. Let me go ahead and take a look at reflectivity. Again, we're looking at the Evansville radar site. So the rotating part of the storm would be somewhere in this vicinity over here, just north of Louisville, right about the curve. And still have a severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. That one will expire in 12 minutes. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning, and within that severe thunderstorm warning is the tornado warning. 6:44, okay, this is 3 minutes ago. Again, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7 for southwestern Jasper, northwestern Richland, Clay, and southern Effingham counties. 6:44, severe storm is located near Bogota, or 8 miles southwest of Newton, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard is 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. This is a radar-indicated threat. 2-inch hail, I mentioned it earlier. We have been having reports of 2-inch hail today with these storms that have formed. So the impact, again, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This will be at Newton and Bogota around 6:50. You also have Wakefield, Wendelin, Ingram, Iola, and Horde. So again, 2-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. A severe thunderstorm warning. So I talked about this hail right here. I mean, look at that. That's just, look at this. Look at this core. I mean, that's hail. And I'm looking at Newton. I'm looking at, Bible Grove, St. Marie. Even though you guys are not in the warned area. Dundas, north of Albany. You guys may also get a severe storm. And look at this. Now we've got another tornado warning that just came across for Kim Mundy and Alma. Okay, radar indicator rotation. So again, got 2 cells here that are kind of back to back with radar indicator rotation. The severe thunderstorm warning that was issued for Washington County has been allowed to expire. Let me see here for the Mount Vernon cell. I want to see if, and again, St. Louis is getting hit with rain. I want to see if maybe we can get a little bit better read on that cell over in Mount Vernon. It's kind of the halfway point. May have to go to Paducah, actually. Let me try Paducah's site real quick and see here if I can pick up on that Mount Vernon cell here for you guys, because since that has a severe thunderstorm warning with it. Can I just take a look from a resolution standpoint of, yeah, it's a little too far away for my liking. We'll stick with the Evansville radar site for now as we go along here. But yeah, what a day it's been severe weather-wise here, folks. And I mean, it's not just us. I mean, if you look at the bigger picture, again, look at all that. I mean, 38 warnings across the board covering multiple states. And again, it was forecast. It was forecast to be, a severe weather event. And it's, and we've been live streaming here for about an hour and 15 minutes. So, But hey, again, tornado watch in effect until 9. Couple of tornado warnings we're keeping an eye on in our area, in our region. Zoom back in here. So there's Wayne County. Starting to get some rain coming in by way Johnsonville, right there on the 161 extension, right about the Wayne and Marion County line. Let's take a look here at this cell. I want to take a look at this one over there in the Kim Mundy Alma area. You kind of see, let me see here. Set the animation real quick on it. It probably was when it was west of Kim Mundy, the way it looks on the radar scan. I think the one over Iola Bible Grove, that cell has had a little bit more better rotation with it in terms of like, the velocity data wise. So kind of do like a compare and contrast of both cells. Now that cell right there is moving east at 35. So for those of you who are in Clay County again, you got Oskaloosa, Louisville, Sailor Springs. Even though Sailor Springs, you guys are in the tornado warning, the rotating part of the cell is right now over the Bible Grove area. So it's going to go north of you. I know they got the Forbes Park over there. They got Stephen Forbes Park or Forbes Park over in the Omega area. So the rotation part of the storm, if there is any rotation in the Kim Mundy Alma area, be to your north. But the one over here in Iola Bible Grove, well, the Bible Grove area, I should say now, that one has been really, again, and if you go back and play it, it's definitely been the best, I would say the best velocity signature I have seen in terms of our area-wise on radar today. If I had to compare the Washington County storm earlier and this one right here, I would say the northern Clay County velocity data so far has really been the better one. Yeah, feel free to comment, guys, in the live chat. I do have live chat as well. Let me see here if there's been any comments so far. So far, no one on the live chat yet, but yeah, we started streaming 78 minutes ago, so appreciate you guys watching, tuning in. Try to keep you informed what's going on. Let's take a look at correlation coefficient for a moment. Let me play it back. Again, not seeing anything that would signify that there is we have any debris lofted up. Not seeing any of that, so that's encouraging. Look at the velocity data again. Still see that same cell, same signature over in Bible Grove area, northern part of Clay County. Moving through a rural area. I know there's I know when you take the back road, whoops, I'm still on the pencil there, but I know when you take the back road to get through, you have the Clay City Dietrich Blacktop Road. I know a lot of people take it. So those of you, like even Highway 130, if this holds and maintains its intensity, you may want to keep an eye on it. I hit the wrong thing here. Bear with me. There we go. Let me zoom out a little bit. As you have Wayne County, still though, got some rain in the northwest coming into Johnsonville, 161 extension. Starting to see this cell over in Jefferson County kind of make a turn to the northeast. .645, severe storm was located near Woodlawn, 10 miles west of Mount Vernon, moving east at 30. Let me do something real quick. Put this more in the center, that way you guys can see it a bit better. Moving east at 30, 60 mile per hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail, radar indicated threat. Getting that tornado watch still in effect until 9 o'clock. We do expect some storms here tonight, some rain and storms. If you recall back, do you have a share by the way in the link? Thanks very much for sharing that, Jordy. Appreciate that. Hope we got some viewers up there in Clay County. Oh, we got a comment here, James. Thanks for keeping us informed. Florida is holding up pretty well so far. Yeah, Murph. I tell you what, Florida, so far the strongest of the storms has been to the north of you, and looking here at the radar, we're actually seeing here again. Florida's starting to get some rain, but again, it seems like again the worst of it is to your north. But again, we don't want to be caught off guard here. We always want to be weather aware. As, again, we could have, Florida could be hit by a storm later on. If anything for Florida, I would imagine it to be, let me see if I get my pencil up here and going. There we go. I would imagine to be like this. So, for example, to me, is taken kind of more of a northeasterly turn. I would think anything within this right here would probably hit Florida at some point. But so far, the worst of it has been to your north. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you have, maybe there's an area that, you'd like to have a weather report for. Let's see here if there's an update. I'm looking at the Farina storm. Still radar indicator rotation. Stephen Forbes Station, okay, moving east at 45. Tornado quarter-size tail, radar indicator rotation. Yeah, going over rural areas, St. Peter. Have a good restaurant over there in St. Peter. I've not been to it, but I know some people who went there recently. Taking a look at the Clay County storm. Tornado warning still in effect. Radar indicator rotation. Latest update at 6:56 a couple of minutes ago. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Bible Grove, or 14 miles north of Florida, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Again, radar indicator rotation. Could see a possible tornado again. Still a possible tornado. 2-inch hail. Again, going to be mainly over rural areas of southwestern Jasper, northeastern Clay counties, including the following locations: Ingram. I also, if you're over there in the Newton, St. Marie area, Willow Hill, I would definitely keep an eye on this cell. Let's take a look here at the velocity data. Zoom in a little bit. Kind of see it here. Starting to see kind of making like this right here. Starting to see that. Starting to see a little hook right there. Okay. Okay, this right here, rotation still holding on its own. Let me go ahead and pause it here. I've had the animation on. Over Bible Groves. This is the rotating part of the storm. This is why that tornado warning was issued. Again, radar indicated threat in terms of rotation. I'll tell you what, again, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, playing back the animation, so far in terms of our area, that's the best. That's really been so. And here's what I'm concerned about with too. Sometimes, when you have, I call them couplets on radar. So what that means is this radar is showing you have winds blowing toward, winds blowing away. And so it kind of creates, I'm going to draw some arrows here. It kind of creates that pattern. Sometimes when you have it where, for example, and I'm just, again, this is an example, but let's say you had this over here, and then maybe you had this over here where it's so wide, it's so broad that, it's having trouble getting a tornado on the ground. In this case here, I'm concerned about this because it's really tight. It's a tight water rotation. So this is really tight. Okay, and we just saw it. We just saw tornado warning issued for the city of Newton now. Newton is in this new tornado warning. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Radar indicator rotation still. But I'm starting to see it being a tightly wound couplet here. Still tight. So southern Jasper County, northwestern Richland County, northeastern Clay County, southeastern Effingham County until 7:30. 6:59 severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Bible Grove, or 13 miles southwest of Newton, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Tornado and golf ball sized hail. And this storm has had a history of producing golf ball sized hail. This is a radar indicated rotation. Again, the impact flying debris would be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes would be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Now, so far, Bogota will be near Bogota at 7:05. So other locations in the path of this tornadic storm include Newton. So what do you do in the case of a tornado warning? You take cover now, move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Again, this is radar indicated rotation. The maximum hail size about 1 3/4 inch, I should say. Could be upwards of 2 inches. But again, this is a cell that's been showing tornadic activity since the Iola area. A little bit maybe between Farina and Iola, but really got going right around the Iola area. And so far, it has been really tightly wound. Okay, latest one just came in, and look at this. Look at this here. I'm starting to get concerned about this, guys. I really am, because this so far, again, as I mentioned, for our area, this has been the most pronounced couplet I have seen so far today. And we are seeing it right here on radar. Again, green's blowing toward the radar, red's blowing away. And this thing is still strong. Still got some decent rotation with it. Let's take a look here at the correlation coefficient. Still radar indicated. Still radar indicated. Okay. So far, not seeing anything there that jumps out at me. Again, a brief spin up is possible here. We're underneath that tornado watch until 9 o'clock. But this is a cell here that's been showing signs of tornadic activity. And you kind of see it right here a little bit. You kind of see it going like that. Okay. And now, not too far away from that one, we have another tornado warning issued. This one for the city of Flora. This one just came in a couple minutes ago. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. National Weather Service in Lincoln's issued a tornado warning. This is for southwestern Clay County until 7:30. At 7:01, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Stephen Forbes Station, or 13 miles west of Florida, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Tornado and golf ball sized hail. That is the thread here, radar indicated rotation. Oops. Let me do something here. Guys, give me a brief moment here. Emergency alert off on our phones, extreme. According to Murph. Murph's up there in Florida now. He's a good buddy of mine, one of my best friends. He lives up there in Florida. And he said, yeah, they've already sounded the alarm over there. Let me go ahead and send this information. This is very important stuff here. I'm on the live stream. I have a friend of mine, Moss. They had a softball game over there in North Clay. They're coming home and she's asking, what's going on in Florida? I need to know now. So, okay. So, again, 7:01. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado located near Stephen Forbes Station, 13 miles west of Florida, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation. Tornado and golf ball sized hail. This dangerous storm will be near Louisville around 7:10, Florida around 7:15. And she's now in Florida. So Moss is in Florida right now, coming home. So again, a precautionary preparedness action. Getting some text here, getting some alerts. Yep. Just Murph just texted me about it. I'll tell you what, that's one of the things I like real quick about these tornado warnings whenever they pop up on your phone, just to alert you. I really do like that. I'm glad they implemented that as well. But again, Louisville 710, Florida 715. So take cover now. This is radar indicated threat. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This is a radar indicated threat. Let's take a look at this here. Let me zoom out a little bit, guys. And by the way, the severe thunderstorm warning for Jefferson County has expired. Those of you who are in Wayne County wondering about Jefferson County, there you go. Let's go ahead and take a look at this here. We're using the Evansville radar site. Okay, so there it is. This is the rotating part. If we have a rotating part of the storm, it's over in the Oskaloosa area. Set the animation here for you. Starting to try to get itself going here. A little bit more broad than the one over there that went through Bible Grove. I don't think it's nearly as strong. And here's the reason why. I talked about how these rotations, how they can be broad. Let's take a look at it. Let's zoom in. So here it is on my pencil. There's Oskaloosa, there's Louisville, and there's Flora. So if you look right here at the velocity data, you see that the rotating part of the cell over Clay County is right about here in this area. So it's right there in the western part of Clay County. I'll play it here for you. So you can see that's the rotating part of the cell. It's a little bit more broad than the one over in the Bible Grove area, but still, we're still underneath the tornado watch until 9 o'clock. A little bit more broad, not nearly as compact as the one over here. You know, it's heading to Jasper County. It's already in Jasper County right now. But this rotation, right around the Oskaloosa area. Okay, there's an update. Okay. There it is. There's the update right there. This is the update to the velocity data. Again, moving east. It's moving due east, actually. Yeah, it's moving east. It's not making a, I don't see it making a right-hand turn toward Flora. Let me, let me go ahead and do something here. I appreciate you guys watching here on the live chat. It's been really active here. Let me go ahead and do something here real quick. Let me send it. Okay. Okay, so this is the rotation part of the storm. Again, moving due east, northern part of Clay County. Let's take a look here at the information. Again, moving east at 40 miles per hour is this cell. 701 severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Stephen Forbes Station, 13 miles west of Flora, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Again, this is radar indicated threat. Again, danger storm will be near Louisville. What time is it? 7:10. So it should be 7:10 for Louisville. For Florida, be around 7:15. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit here on this. You see how See how it kind of formed the rotation about right here, just east of Omega. And there it is over that way. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the correlation coefficient. Let me go back to reflectivity. So this part of the cell, if you look at this, we talk about a little hook. We talk about notches. I'm going to stop the animation here. This part right here is what I'm concerned about right here. I'm concerned about this area right here of the cell. This is Flora. Flora, you're right here. Clay City, you're right here. Sailor Springs, Louisville. This radar is, time is what, 7:11? Okay. So we're about a minute old. Got some hail on the north side of this. But again, this rotation's really ramped up here for the past few minutes. And it's moving east again at about 40 miles per hour. So for those of you on Highway 45, anywhere between Louisville and Flora, you got a storm that has, again, prompted a tornado warning, radar indicated threat at this time. If you know someone in Louisville, Flora, need to call them up, alert them if they haven't received the alert already. Again, this is a radar indicated threat, radar indicated rotation at this time. Again, tornado and golf ball sized hail is the hazard, but again, it's radar indicated threat. And let me mention this too. I'm looking outside right now, and it's nighttime. Always remember that tornadoes are hard to see at night. They're hard and difficult to see at night. So whether you're driving, whether you're at home, whatever the case may be, if a tornado warning comes in effect for your area, wherever you may be, again, heed that warning because tornadoes are hard and difficult to see at night. So with reduced visibility, the only way you can see a tornado is by way of power flashes and lightning. That's the only way you'll be able to see them is by way of power flashes and lightning. So again, heed the warnings here. Again, conditions are still favorable for tornadoes. In case you're wondering about the Bible Grove storm, talked about it earlier. Still radar indicator rotation, golf ball sized hail with that one. Get Newton in the warning area. St. Marie, you're just on the edge of it. But Clay County, though, is what we're going to focus in on. That's moving over a rural area. I think for Newton, though, the way it looks, let's take a look here at the velocity data. So here's a couple of them right here. This one's become a little bit more broad to me. More broader. If you could tell, just play the animation back. You see how it's kind of tight, but it's starting to become a little bit broad. Still, though, we still see a couplet with that one. This one right here is getting stronger. It's actually stronger than the one that passed through Bible Grove. Let's go ahead and take a look at it on radar. You can actually see how this one is getting closer. Remember how I said it earlier was kind of broad? We're starting to see it tighten up a little bit. Right there. Let's play back the animation a little bit here for you. See what I mean? It's kind of broad and all of a sudden it's starting to tighten up a little bit. Let's see if there's an update to the warning. Still the same information. Time is 7:14. Now it's 7:15. Again, radar indicated threat, radar indicated rotation. As I talked about it here earlier, kind of seeing that little hook right there. It's kind of like, think of it this way. It's like a math when you were trying to create like a division bar. When you're learning how to multiply and divide, it kind of looks like a division bar type. I know it sounds kind of a weird analogy, but anyway, it is what it is. Got a new subscriber. Hi, Rob. Thanks very much for subscribing to the channel, man. Known Rob for years. Great man, great coach. By the way, in case you guys are wondering, 35 warnings so far out there. It was 50 earlier. I'd like to hear from Moss if she's doing all right. Haven't heard from Moss yet or Murph. But I'll tell you what, though, it's been a crazy weather day. As for Wayne County, I haven't talked about you guys yet. So far, you do have a cell over to the west. Washington County, again, underneath another severe thunderstorm warning. None for Jefferson County yet. So far, the event here of the evening has been over in Clay County and Jasper County, especially Clay County. And let's see if there's been an update. I saw looking at the updated the storm that moved over Bible Grove. So far, nothing for Flora yet. Let's go ahead and take a look at the correlation coefficient. I want to take a look at that. Again, not seeing anything that jumps out at me, so that's encouraging. But still, though, I know Wayne Hart told me years ago about severe storms, especially tornadoes, is that even though you have the rotation on radar, you have the tornado warned area, but sometimes the radars can be hard to pick up that brief spin up of a tornado. So I'm saying it is a possibility of a brief spin up here, but sometimes radar can have a hard time picking it up. Wow. That is a tight signature on radar. There it is. Right there. Between Louisville and Flora. This is heading due east. So this is going to be right between Louisville and Flora. But boy, I tell you what, Highway 45, you guys travel in that area, you got a storm that's showing signs of tornadic activity in terms of the rotation, and that is a tight couplet right there. Let me go ahead and see correlation coefficient. Not seeing any blues and greens in that area right where I circled at, so that's encouraging, but still can't rule out a brief spin up. Again, that circle is where the velocity data showed a couplet. Okay, there it is. Okay. Have an alert now. Severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15 for Wayne County. Okay. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Wayne County until 8:15. That just came in. We'll read the information on this, but you can actually see they just updated it. Still a tight couplet on radar. Like some of the reds have been kind of faded away a little bit there, but still though, can't overlook it. And let me go ahead and do away with the circle there. Zoom out a little bit. Show you the bigger picture. And let's take a look at and see if there's any more updated info. Still nothing updated yet for Florida. So still the same. Time is 7:19. Okay, so here's Wayne County. Okay, even though I got the alert. Okay, this includes Mount Vernon. Jefferson County. Let me check on that cell real quick over at Newton. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look here at Mount Vernon. See what's with this cell. National Weather Service in Paducah this time has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for west central Wayne County and Jefferson County until 8:15. Okay. Let me send something here. Okay. Making sure here. Yep. Okay. At 7:16, severe storms, that was about 4 minutes ago. Severe storms are located along a line extending from 7 miles east of Centralia to near Nashville to near Lively Grove, moving east at 30 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations include Mount Vernon, Wren Lake area, Wayne City, Woodlawn, Blueford, Dix, Waltonville, Bonnie, and Keens. Interstates 57, 64, I-57 between mile markers 85 and 105, I-64 in Illinois between mile markers 63 and 91. In terms of max hail size, again about an inch, so quarter size. Maximum wind gust 60 mile per hour. The wind and hail threat is radar indicated. So far, no spotters reporting that, but radar indicated threat. This over at Clay County is really, I talked about the couplet earlier, and by the way, guys, let me know how the live chat's going. I know Murph's been commenting on the live chat. If you guys want to say hello, you can. If you have a question, let me know. Tornado warning for 7 more minutes for Flora, or Clay County, I should say. Still same information as when it was released, but let's take a look at that cell. And then we'll hop on board to the cell that's pumped to the warning for Jefferson and Wayne. Velocity data, not nearly as strong as it was when it was, over to the west. You can kind of see it weakening a little bit. That's encouraging. Good news there. You kind of see how it was kind of a lime green, bright green-like color. Right now, it's kind of starting to fade a little bit. Murph with the report. Fairly calm in Florida. There is a lot of lightning in the north. One of the things about tornadic storms is that lightning could be an indicator. It could really help you out times at night. So, like for storm spotters when they're chasing, one of the things is, at night when visibility is so low, you have to really look up to the sky to see the lightning and to see, what's out there. So, even though it's brief, but lightning does help. And that's something I know about tornadic storms. Storms that exhibit tornadic activity over the years is usually they have a lot of lightning with them. And let me see. I don't know if I have. I thought I had the lightning tracker on here. Maybe I do. What's radars? Okay. Well, I thought I did. I know at one point in time I did. But anyway, let me do something here real quick. I'm going to inspect this real quick for a moment. $43, $12. Yeah, that rotation's starting to weaken. And that's good. That's a good thing. And again, as I play back the animation, you guys were seeing it here. Yeah, when it was kind of like a white, lime green color, I was like, woo. But now, starting to weaken here. If there is any rotation within the storm, it would be over in this area right here. But when it was lime green earlier, that was, kind of like this color right here and all that. But starting to lose some of that rotating like punch. But hey, let me say this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you have tornadic storms, sometimes they go through a cycling phase. Even though that one, had rotation with it, was radar indicated, could always still try to pulse that up again. So don't overlook it. So if you're over in Richland County, by the way, I would definitely keep an eye on this if I were you, because of the fact that it's coming in. Clay City, you guys were not in the tornado warned area, but I will say keep an eye on this for sure. We'll see what the National Weather Service does. That'd be for Lincoln, by the way. And now we got one for the northern part of Richland County. Okay, let me Let me go ahead here and zoom out a little bit, and let me change. Let's go here to reflectivity and see. So that same cell that prompted that tornado warning earlier still radar indicator rotation. Again, that's been the story here of the night. We've seen, again, Bible Grove, Oskaloosa area, some couplets actually that really have jumped out at me. But so far they've been radar indicated, and so that's been a couple of examples right there for you. And this is the first time doing this live stream, by the way. So you're seeing here, when I was doing severe weather coverage on the radio, you're kind of seeing what I was looking at from a radar standpoint. Moss is in Johnsonville. Okay. Moss, if you're listening to me within the sound of my voice, get a little cell over Johnsonville. But again, still the severe part of the cell is over in Jefferson County. So Moss is probably listening right now and probably appreciate that shout out. But anyway, there it is. Appreciate you guys watching here on the live stream. And let me go ahead here and see here. By the way, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, guys. Been live streaming now for nearly 2 hours. It's been nearly 2 hours since I started doing this. So subscribe to my channel. Be doing more of these down the road when I have the opportunity, when I have some time on hand. So I appreciate you guys following along and listening and watching. And let me take a quick drink while I'm at it. Okay, so tornado warning now for the city of Albany and Noble, Clay City. Just came down the wire for the cell impacting Jefferson County. 716 again. Radar indicated threat 60 mile per hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail. Again, 716. Severe storms are located along a line extending from 7 miles east of Centralia to near Nashville to near Lively Grove, moving east at 30 miles per hour. All right. Talked about Clay County. Cell that prompted the tornado warning for Flora. By the way, the tornado warning that was for the Newton has been allowed to expire. Time is about 7:30. Let's talk about Richland County. National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Jasper County, central Richland County, and east central Clay County until 8:15. 7:25. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Sailor Springs or near Flora, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard is tornado and golf ball sized hail. This is a radar indicated threat. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Again, this dangerous storm will be near Clay City and Springs around 7:30. Albany Noble Airport at 7:35 and Albany around 7:45. Again, this is radar indicated rotation. So as a precautionary preparedness action, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Again, this is a radar indicated threat. And again, until 8:15. So if you know someone who lives over in Noble, Albany, Clay City, better alert them. Sailor Springs, that area. Let's take a look here at the velocity data. Talked about that rotation, that couplet earlier. Still see it on there. Still see right there the area circled is the rotation. So again, this is moving east. By the way, just heard a rumble of thunder outside my home. Hope you guys are. Thanks very much, guys, for tuning in, and appreciate you guys very much. Again, leave a comment if you want to. Maybe you have an area that maybe you say, "Hey, Derek, I want to know. I'm here in this area. I just want to know your analysis. Want to know your thoughts about when we could, get impacted by the severe weather. Let me know." Still seeing that rotation moving to the north of Clay City, right between Clay City and Sailor Springs in that area. Could tilt a little bit downward, but so far that rotation still holding steady right there. That couplet is. Let's take a look at correlation coefficient. We'll play it back. Not seeing anything that jumps out at me. Go back to reflectivity here. Again, tornado warned storm. Again, for the eastern side of Clay County going into central Richland County. So if you know someone in that area, in the warned area, please let them know if they haven't received the alert already or they may be unaware. Again, this is radar indicated threat. But again, we've seen some couplets here by way of the rotating storms. The one that passed over Bible Grove. And right now the one that's over in eastern Clay County going into Richland County. We'll take a look at the bigger picture here. Still, we're not the only ones here, guys. We got Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma. Even got some down in Alabama. 32 warnings so far. Mixture of tornado and severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, I would like to mention, in the case, I stress that, in the case of a tornado warning for the Fairfield area, I live in a trailer. Trailers and tornadoes don't mix really well, so I'll have to leave. So, if it's a severe thunderstorm warning, I'll hang tight with you guys. But if it's a tornado warning for Wayne County, said in the case of if, then I'll have to end the stream. But the thing is, what I'm doing here is to keep you guys informed, of what's going on with the weather, because again, this is really, if you look at 2024 as a whole, the first severe weather event we've had in terms of storm-wise. We had that snow back last month, about a month ago. But this right here, though, this is something that, again, we expect more severe weather as the year goes on, and so this is the first time I've ever done this live stream, by the way, too. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. You guys haven't done so already. Subscribe to it. I'll be posting some more videos down the line, and even doing live reports like these, if my schedule allows and if I have the opportunity to. Taking a look at Jefferson County, that storm getting closer to the Wayne County line. Let's see here. Time is 7:34. Still, the update is old, about 20 minutes old. But again, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Last update, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarters, highest hail. Radar indicated threat. Again, that expires again at 8:15. We got the tornadic storm over in eastern Clay County, central Richland County. Again, this update, about 9 minutes old until 8:15. Again, severe storm capable of producing a tornado. Located over Sailor Springs or near Florida, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Tornado and golf ball sized hail. That's another thing, too, the hail threat. We've seen hail up to about 1.75 to 2 inches. And there was a report earlier of a baseball sized hail over on Redbud and Waterloo in southwestern Illinois. So maybe, if maybe you're not having any storms yet in your area, but if you can hear me watching the live stream and maybe you don't have your vehicle, in the garage yet or underneath a carport, better do that. Again, this dangerous storm is already in about the Olney-Noble Airport area. Time is 7:35. Olney, about 7:45. I was born in Olney. Played pickleball there a few times. Know several people up there in the Olney area. So again, tornadic warned storm that's hugging pretty much Highway 50. Let's go ahead and take a look at this here on the velocity data. It's kind of interesting looking at, again, this is now the Evansville radar site. And we can kind of do a compare and contrast here by way of the animation and kind of see how it's starting to fizzle out a little bit. You kind of see at the landing point. That's kind of a bad circle right there. Let me try that again. Whoops. May try that again. About right here. So kind of right between Clay City and Noble. If we have any like rotation within the cell, it would be in that area. So right about the Clay-Richland County line. And just along, maybe north of Highway 50 in that area. So as that storm is pushing, moving through Clay City and pushing towards Noble and then Olney. So heads up again. For those of you over, as this cell is starting to move out of Clay County and moving into central Richland County. Again, Noble, Olney, underneath a tornado warning, along with Dundas as well, north of Olney as well. Let me go ahead, check out the correlation coefficient. Maybe hearing the thunder actually in my, through the mic here a little bit. Hearing some rumbles of thunder out there. Let's go ahead and go back to reflectivity. Still a nasty looking cell nonetheless. Kind of seeing here a little notch. Again, talked about like a division bar earlier, dividing the division bar. Remember doing that in school? Right there, kind of like that. Going back to Jefferson County, Mount Vernon getting hit right now. Got some hail coming down. Start to see pockets of that hail. Got some over in the Kell area. Got some over in Dix. Woodlawn, right around there as well. Again, this could be the pockets of hail. Seeing that here on radar. See if there's an update here from Paducah. Okay, an update here on this. This is a new update. Again, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 8:15 for west central Wayne and Jefferson counties. At 7:34, severe storms are located along a line extending from 8 miles southwest of Helm to Woodlawn to 8 miles northwest of Tamaroa, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Quarter-sized hail was reported near Woodlawn at 7:30. So that is a report. And let me see if I can pull this up here for a brief moment. Let me see here if I can. That may be an MPing report, maybe. Let me see. Hail quarter inch right there. Let me go ahead and do away with that. So that's another thing too. I can look at reports on here. So over at Mount Vernon, got pea-sized hail. Woodlawn, of course, that was probably that report right there with the quarter size. But going back here to that warning information. Again, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roof, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Mount Vernon, Rend Lake area, Wayne City, Woodlawn, Blueford, Dix, Lawtonville, Bonnie, and Keens. I-57, I-64, Highway 15, Highway 37 as well. Again, tornado watch remains in effect until 9 o'clock. Also, one thing of note, if you happen to be traveling out there tonight, torrential rainfalls occurring with these storms may lead to flash flooding. So do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. I talked about how when you have tornadic storms of a night, how visibility is low. It's hard to see a tornado unless if you had power flashes or lightning. In a case where you have flooded roadways, hard to see those flooded roadways at night as well when you have poor visibility. So be careful driving. You have to be out and about. Let me see here if there's been any other reports. Now, when I clicked on to view reports like this, it says MPing. That is something that is done by an app. You can actually do that. You can submit your in-ping report. It's simple. It's easy. I've done it before in the past. And so National Weather Service takes these into account. So if you want to report on, like I said, we had the quarter-sized hail over in the Woodlawn area. So I'll move over here a little bit. That's a severe thunderstorm warning box, but oops, didn't mean to do that. We'll back out of that. But you see that quarter-sized hail over there for the Woodlawn area. So in-ping, really useful for forecasters, meteorologists. So I've done it before in the past. It's easy to use. So in-ping. I went to a storm spotter class years ago, and that's how I learned about it. This cell over in Richland County, we're kind of seeing it again. Kind of like this right here. Kind of seeing it trying to form with a notch right there. Let's do velocity data on it. Not as pronounced as it was earlier when it was moving through north of Florida, Oskaloosa, that area. You can definitely tell it's kind of going down a little bit. And this is the Evansville radar site that I'm using. It's done a great job so far in picking up these couplets of the tornadic rotations within the cell. But if we have any rotation, it would be over the Noble area. Like if those of you in Noble, Highway 50, Highway 250, Albany, it's right there in your back door. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, we just got a new scan here of it. You're not seeing that rotation here. That rotation has weakened. Not seeing anything. Yeah, it just kind of has really faded away. We talked about the reds and the greens earlier, but not really seeing that. So very encouraging news for the folks over at Central Richland County. Meanwhile, down here, I know this looks... You're seeing all this blue and green. What that is... What this is... When you look at it, you think, oh my gosh, this is actually more like what I call the gust front. So this is where like the winds of the storm. This is where you start to see the leading edge of that wind. So as we play it here, let me play it for animation. Kind of see it right there. Kind of see how it's kind of like a bowed out line a little bit. So that's what that is. I call it a gust front, leading edge of the wind. Let me go ahead and pull up the reflectivity. Kind of see it right there. Even though you have the storms right here, but you kind of have this wind. So, all right. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Wayne County now, including Fairfield. Got the alert here. Just while we were talking about wind. Okay. Severe thunderstorm warning. In effect for Wayne, part of Edwards, Northern White, and Hamilton counties. Let's go ahead here. Oh, I had the pencil. No wonder. I was trying to pull up the warning there. All right. National Weather Service in Paducah. Severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern White County, Wayne County, eastern Jefferson County, Edwards County, and northern Hamilton County until 8:45. 7:42. Severe storms are located along the line extending from near Xenia to near Bluford to near Wren Lake. Moving east at 40 miles per hour. Again, moving east at 40 miles per hour. This is a radar indicated threat. Its source is radar indicated. Impact is hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Lots of locations here. Mount Vernon, Fairfield, Albion, Wren Lake, Wayne City, West Salem, Bluford, Sisney, Ina, Dahlgren, Bonnie, Jeffersonville, yes, but it's actually Jeff, Belle Rive, Sims, Nason, Mill Shoals, Springerton, Mount Erie, Keens, and Johnsonville. Includes the following highways, lots of highways. Highway 15, Highway 45, I-64, I-57. I-57 between mile markers 81 and 91. I-64 between mile markers 79 and 124. Also, as a precautionary preparedness action, remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe storms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. Again, for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with these storms and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Again, tornado watch remains in effect until 9 o'clock for south central and southeastern Illinois. So that, again, radar indicated threats of hail, wind, maximum hail size of about 1 inch. So again, 16 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter-sized hail. Again, there was a reported quarter-sized hail over in Woodlawn. We got that. Also some other reports from earlier. Quarter-sized, northwest of Richview, north of Nashville, quarter-sized. Plum Hill, even pea-sized. So again, this cell has had a history of producing about quarter-sized hail. Let's take a look here again at the velocity data. Yeah, kind of seeing that wind right there. Again, talked about the wind. Again, moving this way. Moving east. Live chat's open, by the way. If you guys have a question, I know it's been hopping a little bit on here. Been streaming now for about 2 years. I almost said 2 years. Yeah, right. About 2 hours ago. Trying to see here. Social media's been hopping with it. Okay. Keith Chapman, a friend of mine, was talking about that cell over in Florida earlier. All right. We'll leave that up there for a little bit. Talking about the cell, the line that's coming in. Now, one thing of note here, as we go back, I talked about that line earlier over, whoa, zoomed out a little too far. Over here in Missouri, that line's starting to weaken. So that's encouraging. So it looks like if we have a main event for our area, for Wayne County, this is the one. This is the main event. If you recall, what was about a few weeks ago, we were underneath the level 3 enhanced risk for severe weather. We didn't have anything really because of the cap that's in place. Well, this time we're going to get a storm for Fairfield and Wayne County. Rotation is starting to pick up a little bit here for that tornadic storm in central Richland County. Kind of went down a little bit in velocity, but now it's starting to pick itself back up again. Let's take a look at that here. And as you can see, we'll put in an animation. You can see what I'm talking about. Kind of starting to pulsate up a little bit here. And that's really hugging, yeah, that's really hugging Highway 50 right now. So here it is. Talked about earlier, there it is. Again, still rotating here. Okay, kind of cycled down, but trying to pulsate back up a little bit. And again, that's heading towards Albany. Time is 7:50. Let me see if there's any more new information on that cell. 7:48, a couple of minutes ago. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Albany, moving east at 45. Tornado, a ping pong ball-sized hail. A little bit larger. Radar indicator rotation. Again, be moving over rural areas of southeastern Jasper, central Richland, northeastern Clay counties. If you know someone over in Lawrence County, looking at Claremont, got the correctional facility over there, Sumner, Bridgeport, Lawrenceville, that area. They won't give them a heads up about this cell that's coming in. Let's see. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Again, this is a radar indicated rotation. So again, if you have a severe weather preparedness plan when it comes to severe weather, like severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, you can implement that plan. So take cover now, move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Again, this is for central Richland County. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Radar indicated threat. Maximum hail size about 1.5 inches. And yeah, we're starting to see it. Pulsating here a little bit. Hugging Highway 50. Kind of going over Olney right now. Pretty much just right through Olney. So that's the rotating part of the storm. I'll be curious to see if the National Weather Service, this will be for Lincoln. I wonder what Lincoln's going to do here since it is getting closer to the edge of that tornado warned area. All right. We just got it. Tornado warning. This just came in. Radar indicator rotation. National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a tornado warning for Wayne County, South Central Illinois, northeastern Jefferson County, South Central Illinois. Tornado sirens are going off. Okay. Radar indicator rotation. Guys, what I'm going to do is, let me leave the information up a little bit. I'm going to have to probably leave because I live in a trailer and the sirens are going off in town. I'm going to leave because I live in a trailer. I'm going to have to leave. Yeah, tornado sirens are going off. Let me see here. Let me look at this again. Okay. There it is. We're going to leave the information up here. Let me go and do something real quick. Tornado sirens, still hearing them going off. And let's take a look at this here. Let me do something. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there's the information right there. And I'm looking to see, let me see something. Okay. So let me read the information here before I go. National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a tornado warning for Wayne County, northeastern Jefferson County until 8:30 at 7:48. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Helm or 16 miles northeast of Mount Vernon, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Hazard is tornado a quarter-sized tail. This is a radar indicated threat, radar indicated rotation. According to the impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Fairfield, Wayne City, Sisney, Jeff, Sims, Mount Airy, Johnsonville, and Golden Gate. So again, It's a precautionary preparedness action. Again, this is radar indicator rotation at this time. Take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This cluster of storms is capable of producing tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado for your protection. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. So, that is the information about the tornado warning here for Wayne County. Again, talked about the wind damage here. Quarter-sized hail reported north of Belle Rive. So, guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to have to end the live stream just to take shelter. I apologize for this, but what I'm going to do is, in the case of it, I'm going to go ahead and leave this up. But I want to do it just to be on the safe side of things. So, guys, I tell you what, thanks very much for watching the live stream. I appreciate it, but I want to end it because I got to take shelter. So, rather be on the safe side. Rather be safe than sorry here in this case. So, again, until next time, thanks for watching the live stream of severe weather. Gotta go take shelter. We'll do this again. But, again, tornado warning in effect for Wayne County again. Time right now until 8:30. Until 8:30. So again, guys, take care, be safe. What I'm going to do is, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to leave the radar up. I'm going to leave the radar up, and that way you guys can see what it looks like. And if the power goes out, so be it. But here's what the radar looks like of the activity. And that way you guys can look at it. So thanks very much, guys. See you later.